Shannon here. I'm just coming to do a little quick herbal teaching with you today about a herb that pretty much all of us probably already have in our kitchens, which is fabulous because it makes it easy accessible and it's great for many different things. So it's really very useful for the kitchen herbalist or someone who just wants to have something on hand for a quick, remedy for whatever. So what is rosemary good for? Rosemary is good for the circulatory system. That is the main reason that we use it. It is also good for a few other things as well, which we will go over. Rosemary's official name, the Latin binomial, is Rosmarinus officinalis. Sounds really cool, huh? But all it means is a specific type of rosemary that we're using, and that's the one you want to look for. That's the one the herbalists use and has the potency that we're talking about. And that is typically the one that you do find when you're cooking. So for rosemary, we typically tend to use the aerial parts of the plant. That means the leaves and the flowers typically with most plants. So got some rosemary here in my bowl today to show you. So that is what we usually use for rosemary. What active constituents are we finding in rosemary that make it so useful? We are finding volatile oils. That's kind of where they get the essential oils from when they distill it. We have tannins, we have resins, we have bitters, we have phenolic acid. We got a whole bunch of really good things that work very well for the systems that rosemary works on. We also, therapeutic actions that we're looking for, the things that we actually use them for most often, is antispasmodic. Obviously the circulatory stimulant, it works really well for that. It works really well too as a carminative, and there's so many more, it's really hard to mention them all in this brief little video, but just know there is a lot of actions that we can use rosemary for. Now, what is a carminative? That might be a word you've never heard before. It's not one that's typically used outside of the herbalist realm. A carminative is a herb that acts on the system to expel trapped gas. So if you're feeling a little bit bloated after a heavy meal and you want something to relieve it, boil yourself up some water and make yourself a rosemary and infusion, and it'll get rid of it right away for you. It's absolutely wonderful for that. When I say it's a circulatory stimulant, what does that mean? That means that it works on the circulatory system by vasodilating the vessels. This allows the heart to not have to pump as hard to get blood all the way through because the vessels are nice and big and dilated. So it really works well on helping decrease the load on the heart. So wonderful for the heart. What else do we use rosemary for? We use it for migraines and headaches. It is best, just like any medicine for migraines or headaches, to take as soon as the first twinge of migraine or a headache starts. And anybody who knows me can ask my husband. He has migraines. I gave him some the other day. It didn't take it away completely because we caught it a little too late, but it definitely made it so he was able to actually function a little bit better and get up out of bed. His was also bringing some nausea, so mixed it with a little bit of ginger and took care of everything in one fell swoop. So wonderful for that. A way we can use it externally is you would take your mortar and your pestle, I left the rest of it inside, and you would add a little bit of water to this. You would grind it all up, and then you would pat it onto wherever the sore muscle is, your back, your knees, your elbows, shoulders, and let it sit for a few minutes, usually like 10, 15, depending on, how long the muscle has been hurting. The longer, could help it if it's been sore for a while. And then just wash it off. Helps really well with releasing the pain and spasms that muscle area is feeling. Really great for that. It is also great for if you have a cold and you're mucusy and stuffed up and your sinuses are just clogged, to take it, put it into a bowl, dump a bunch of boiling water over it, lean about 8 to 12 inches over top of it, don't get too close, and just inhale that steam. That will help break up all that mucus, help you cough it out. And as we all know, mucus is better out than in. You don't want it in, it creates more problems. So it's perfect for that. Really wonderful. You can use that for children as well, as long as you monitor them and don't let them get too close to the steam. So how do you take rosemary? There is 2 most common ways to take it. There's the infusion way, which I've actually made here for you today. It's where you take 1 to 2 teaspoons of the herb, which you maybe can see it down in there floating around. And you pour 8 ounces or 240 milliliters of boiling hot water over it. Let it steep for 10 to 20 minutes covered. Covering rosemary helps keep the volatile oils, which is what we really want when we're treating headaches and migraines especially. So then you're going to take it after it's steeped, just pour it into your glass and drink away. It is a little bit bitter, so if you're not really fond of that taste, especially if you're having a migraine and nausea is present, add some honey to it. What I really recommend is if you're using this more often as an as-needed remedy for migraines and headaches, that you take it in the tincture form, which is the other most popular form of taking it. It is much easier to take when you're having a migraine and feeling nauseated because you only take 1 to 2 milliliters at a time, which is really about like that much. Much easier to stomach and get down if you're not feeling well, instead of having to drink a whole 8-ounce glass of something. So those are the ways that it's usually taken. Some people can take it in capsule form, but I find that just takes so long to work that it's never going to help a headache or a migraine especially. So any contraindications for this, that means some reason that you should not take this. The only contraindication for rosemary is you cannot take it when you are pregnant. It is very great for you and your circulatory system. It is not very great for the fetus's circulatory system, so please don't take it when pregnant. Please avoid it. It is safe otherwise. It is safe when lactating. It is just not safe when pregnant. I think that's pretty much everything. I just wanted to throw something really quick together for y'all and let you know exactly how useful rosemary is. You can use it in cooking and baking and all kinds of things in the kitchen, and then you can also use it as a herbal remedy and help just really take care of so many different ailments in your house, and you never have to run to the store for something if you've forgotten it. I think that's everything today. I hope you guys learned something. It was great talking to you. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below and I will get back to you with those. Have a good day. Bye.